8 o'clock, whatever it is for you, wherever you are. Hope everybody's doing great this morning. Super excited to have Darlene here to chat with us this morning. I'm not going to say a whole lot about Darlene because you're going to see it unfold here. She truly embraces and lives by the pillars of Zaya. And I think this is just something that she's probably embraced and been throughout her entire life. She is an absolute breath of fresh air. I'm so happy to have gotten to know her. She's actually not my level 1. She's a few levels down from me. But we connected. She's amazing. She does amazing things for her community, an awesome mama, great friends. And we're so excited to have her here. So Darlene, I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to give it away to you here, but I'm going to watch the chat for you. So if there's any questions or anything, I'm going to unmute and I'm going to jump in and throw them at you.
Sounds perfect.
Hey, take it away. Awesome.
All right, first of all, I just want to say thank you guys so much for giving me this opportunity to share with you guys. I'm completely honored to be a part of this community that is so inspiring, uplifting, and encouraging. My name is Darlene Nordstrom, and I'm a senior rep with Zaya Active. I live here in Central Alberta with my husband and my 3 kids by my side. I've been a rep with Zaya for just shy of 1 year, and there's been so many parts of my life that have been completely transformed because of this opportunity. So I'm excited to speak with you today about confidence in posting in your VIP page, in your group, or whatever social media platform that you use. To be confident in speaking with your audience, I believe that that's a reflection on how confident you feel with yourself and having that self-worth and feeling that you are worthy of leading. So if you told me a year ago that I would be 1, running my own activewear business from my home, and 2, taking this opportunity to speak to a large group of people, I would have told you that you were crazy and that you have the wrong girl, and there's no way that I would do something like that. So how did I go from that person of fear and nervousness and low self-worth to this person today who's super excited to be here and to talk about confidence with you? Let's just say I've had some amazing mentors along the way with Zaya, and I've had a lot of personal development over the last year. So during this journey of finding the confidence within myself, I want to stress that it wasn't until I believed in my worth and I believed in the confidence of myself that I had something to share, that's really when my post started to impact on my followers and on my page. So today I'm going to go over some ideas to help you find your confidence and really grow that confidence. So the first thing I want to ask you is, what is your life message? And I use that term very loosely. It's not set in stone. But more so, if you had a microphone and you could speak to everyone in your audience today, what would you want to say across the world? What would you want to say? What kind of tone would you want to share? And what kind of takeaways would you want your audience to have from the message that you shared with them? So my trick is I view my VIP page as that microphone. Now, I know that not everyone's going to see every post, and I know that not everyone's going to connect with everything I have to say. But I use that platform for me to speak from my heart, for me to share my passion. So right now, my life message to my followers is to help people find their self-worth and for them to relearn the definition of beauty when they think of themselves. So when I use my VIP page as my microphone, I share where I currently am in that life message. When I post about a topic like that just pulls at my heartstrings, the confidence seems to naturally grow and come easier with every post I make. Why is that? It's because it's something that I truly believe in, and that it's something that you feel inside you. And your followers are going to see that through your posts when you have that message inside you to share. So by doing that, I am building the trust and connections with people who may or may not be my customers. So the intention for these kind of posts is not to boost my sales. The intention for these posts is to add value for my followers and to really share that message because it is the meaning for that post. I want to use my voice, and trust me, you guys, it took a lot of personal development to help me reach that point where I feel confident to use my voice this way. Now, am I the first person with this life message? Am I the first person that wants to help people feel better about themselves and to help people see that they have potential for so much? Absolutely not. But does that mean I shouldn't share it? Absolutely, I should share it. That leads to my second point. Just because someone else has the same message as you, or just because you heard that message from someone else, doesn't mean that you shouldn't share it. It's so easy for us to think that what we have to say is not important, or that enough people are saying the same thing. Why would anyone listen to me? But I encourage you and I challenge you to stop doubting yourself. If someone else has the same message from you, or if you hear a message that just speaks to your heart, it means that that message is that important, that more people need to share it. If it brings you all of the emotions, if you feel that inside tug at your heart, then that is a message that you can share with people. Your connections on social media are there to hear from you. Yes, they may have heard the same message from someone else. It may have even been the same person that you heard it from. But how you deliver that message and how you show your passion and belief in that topic, that's going to be what builds the connection with your followers, and it builds that integrity, and it gives your page that extra value that are going to make people want to continue to follow your page and to learn from you. So once you're able to let go of they said it so much better than me, you really allow that message and that energy from that message to come through. And it allows for your passion for that message to grow, which in turn will positively impact your confidence. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, what if I don't have a life message right now? Then what do I do? This brings me to my third point. If you're not sure what your message is, or if you feel like your message is constantly changing over time, let your social media community come with you on that journey of finding your message. Sometimes we feel like we have to know everything before we speak, that we have to be an expert and know all of the answers to the whole topic before we feel confident to share, but we don't. Let your community, let your followers, your family, and your friends come with you on your journey. They will learn from you, you will learn from them. Totally lost, right? And again, this speaks to leading with integrity and being true to your personal journey. If you're not sure where to start, then pick up some personal development, whether it be a book that you get off Amazon or a podcast or some of the training that Zaya provides. There are so many resources for us to use to improve our personal development and to continue to grow. And if you make it a priority in your life to learn, you will find that these messages that you hear and that you create inside you are going to come more natural for you to share. And every time you do, that's going to build your confidence. So how do you know when you hear something that it's your message and it's something that you want to share with others? It's going to be because you read that one quote, or you listen to that one person speak, or you listen to that one chapter, and you hear that little voice inside you that keeps reminding you of that message, and you keep coming back to what you learned. And you're going to feel those heartstrings tug, and it's going to be something that you cannot ignore. That is what you can share with people. Even if it's just a quote that speaks to you, that's a fantastic start. Use the energy from that first post to give you momentum to continue. It doesn't have to be perfect. And there's times when you change your message over the course of a few months or even throughout the day. And that's part of the journey. And that's part of being true to that message and allowing it to speak to you how you need to hear it. If you're exploring a new message or you're just not quite sure if you have the right words that you want to share yet, one thing I suggest doing is open up a new post on your Facebook or Instagram, whatever you use, and just try writing out what you feel. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it gives you a start to see what could happen if you let that energy flow out of you. Then you can read that message over and see if what you were trying to say is really in that message that you wrote or that post. You don't have to post it. Maybe you read it and you're like, yes, I hit it on the nail. I feel great. I'm posting it. And as soon as you click that post button, you're going to feel that confidence grow inside you. And you are going to tell yourself that you're going to keep that confidence moving forward. But maybe you read it and you're like, it's not quite what I'm trying to say. That's okay. Save it for later. Sometimes we have to take a step back and then come back to something, and it's just going to naturally come out. It's trial and error, and that's how we grow, is by giving ourselves the opportunity to create something. And it's okay if it's not perfect, and to trust the process that we can move forward, even if it's not exactly what we thought it was. So my final thought to you is this: you have everything inside you that you need to be successful, to be confident, and to achieve the goals that you have set out. Our mentors, our coworkers, our family and friends can do all the believing in us that they want. But ultimately, we have to trust that we are worthy. We are worthy to lead. We are worthy to share what we have to say. And we are worthy to achieve the goals that we set out. So that's all I had for you today, short and sweet. But I hope it made sense. I hope that you were able to take something of value away from that. And yeah, so thank you again for letting me do that. This was huge for me.
That was so good and so sweet. Does anybody have any questions for Darlene? Darlene, some of the comments in the chat, so powerful, Darlene. Not sure if you could see the chat. I'm going to read them to you.
I saw a couple come up and that got me nervous, so I started to ignore them.
Well, I want to read them to you in case you missed them. I have tears over here just watching you grow and step out of your comfort zone. Powerful, natural, seriously amazing. You're so inspiring. Wow, so great. Thank you for sharing. She's a great leader. Amazing.
Thank you guys so much. That means so much to me.
Awesome. Courtney, do you have anything that you want to add? Anything you want to jump in and chat here with the ladies while they're still all on? That was so good, Darlene.
I think that was absolutely amazing. It was, what a perfect way to start your Sunday with that message. I think so often we kind of get stuck in, what do I have to say today? What do we post? Or what, we get stuck on what our topic is. And when you just, like you said, just sit down and write. It's almost like a journal, right? It's like your social media is like journaling. And that message that you're sharing is going to speak to people. So powerful. And then, like you said, getting, inspiration from personal development, and that just broadens your message and broadens the creativity to speak more of what you're authentically wanting to speak. It was perfect, Darlene.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Darlene.
Does anybody have any questions?
Anybody have anything they want to add to that? I'm like excited to go make a post now. It's even got me doing more thinking. I love it.
I think a big takeaway too is just not second guessing yourself, that what you have on your mind is authentically coming from you, and not worrying about the judgment, right? And just speaking and just putting it out there. And soon you're going to see that, your people will align with that message that is coming from your heart.
Yeah, and that's why they're attracted to your VIP page and your group. It's because of how you're speaking that message to them. And I want to say thank you to both Courtney and Mallory, because you guys are definitely some of the key people that have helped me build my confidence over the last year for sure.
You're
It's a
doing an amazing
pleasure.
job.
Yes, absolutely. So great.
Mary says, I'm always thinking who I am. Who am I to share, and do they really want to hear what I say? Which I think a lot of us run into that, right? You may hear, like Darlene said, you may hear this message from, say, you know, another leader or like a mentor, like, you know, Mel Robbins, and you may think like, who am I to share that message? That's her message. But when it's coming from you, people receive it differently, right? They have that connection with you already, and you're totally worthy of sharing all those messages that speak from your heart.
Awesome. What a good way to start the Sunday. I love it. Nice little boost. Alrighty. Well, I think that's all we've got on our end. If anybody else has anything, any words they want to jump in and say before we all head off to partake in our Sundays. Hopefully everybody has some nice weather. I think Darlene's got snow. But we're supposed to have a beautiful, beautiful, warm, sunny day here with no wind. So we're going to be spending it outside.
All right.
So I guess
Thank
that's
you,
good.
everyone.
Okay, thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye.